happy March. I hope the beginning of the month is off to a good start for you. I've got some goodies to share that I've really enjoyed over the past month. These are my February favorites, and it includes both personal accessories and beauty things, as well as household goods and food and multimedia things that I've been really into. So I usually start with my personal accessories and beauty items, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This scarf, I have gotten so many questions about when I've posted an Instagram selfie here or there wearing this. This I actually got from Abercrombie and Fitch 5 years ago. I don't remember. There's nothing incredibly remarkable about this scarf. It's 100% acrylic, so it's not real wool, but it's extremely soft and it's very warm. And it is my favorite winter scarf, and I wear it every day when I leave the house when it's like below 25 degrees. I have different scarves for different temperatures, but this is my favorite cold weather scarf, and I've gotten so many questions about it, I thought I would share. It's something that's always my favorite in the winter. I'm pretty sure you can find really nice acrylic scarves like this in a nice plaid pattern other places, and I'll poke around online and see if I can find something similar. I highly doubt they still sell this one since, like I said, it's from a long time ago. But it washes well and it wears great and it's soft and warm, and I couldn't ask for more from a scarf. Plus the plaid is really nice. It goes with a lot of different coats and things. I do have a clothing favorite to share with you. I don't know about you, but for me, finding a really good camisole undershirt sort of thing is like a really hard thing to find. Camisoles are a dime a dozen, right? But sometimes they are just not the right fabric, or they kind of roll up, or they kind of bunch up, or they're too tight, or they're too loose, and have never really found like the perfect undershirt camisole. Well, I think I found it. I bought these from Anthropologie at the beginning of the year. I was shopping there for some new things, and I needed a camisole to try on under some of the dresses I was trying, and the sales associate who was helping me pulled one of these for me, and I fell in love with it, and I bought 3 on the spot. They're a little bit pricier than any other undershirt I've ever bought, but I know that I will use and love these for many years. In fact, many of the camisoles / undershirts that I have now, I've had since high school, and I still wear them. So I know that I'll get a lot of use out of them. They're really, really soft. They're by a company called Eloise, I believe is the name. They are seamless. There is no seam all the way around, and they actually have a dual neck. So if you cut the tag out, which is actually rather easy to do, it's got a V-neck on one side and a scoop neck on the other, and you can wear it interchangeably, back to front, front to back. So I think that's really cool, and they're really soft. I bought them a little bit bigger because I wanted them to not be too tight, but I feel like they don't ride up quite as much as other camisoles I've had. Because I have a curvy figure, I have, curvy hips and a smaller waist, I have trouble with like shirts and things riding up on me all the time, and these really do that a lot less. And I've been wearing them under sweaters and like long sleeve shirts and stuff, and I love them. I wear them even to yoga classes, like my new favorite yoga top. So I'm probably gonna pick up a couple more shades of those. Like I said, they are a little bit pricier than you might be accustomed to paying for a camisole, but they're really nice and they wash really well. I believe they said not to put them in the dryer, but I do. I do anyway, and they're doing just fine. Yeah, it says lay flat to dry, but I've been putting mine in the dryer and they dry up just fine. Especially because I went up a size, I feel like they can handle it. So those have been my clothing favorite. It's just a good undershirt, especially when it's really cold. And we've had a really pretty cold February. It's really essential just to have a nice base layer to keep you warm. I have quite a few beauty items to share this month. First of all, a perfume. I love this perfume. This is by Caudalie. I think it's Caudalie. I'm not sure. It's a French brand. And this was actually a gift from my husband Don for Christmas. It's their Parfum Divin. I have no idea. Divine perfume, basically, in English. And I don't go through perfume very quickly, but you can see I've used quite a bit of it. I think this is the most perfume I've ever used in 2 months, 3 months time. No, it's been 2 months since Christmas. It just smells so nice. I really love their Divine Oil, their body oil. I use it almost every night on my legs and on my like arms and elbows, just to keep my skin feeling really soft and supple. It absorbs really well, and it smells really nice. And this perfume is the same scent. Now, I have no idea how to describe it. I don't know what the notes are, but it's really soft and sort of like a non-perfume perfume. So if you don't really like strong perfume scents, you might want to give this a whiff. I know they sell it at Sephora. I don't know where else they sell it. But it's worth a smell, and it's really nice. And I feel like it has really nice lasting power. It really sinks into the skin and smells really natural. And I think that's what I like most about it, is it's very natural smelling. And then for makeup, I have quite a few things for makeup. Last month, I talked about the Too Faced chocolate bar palette and how I'd fallen back in love with it. I think it was a favorite back in July. I loved it so much, I decided to go ahead and get the semi-sweet chocolate bar. I had like a 20% off coupon for Ulta, so I actually have a couple new things in this favorites video that you're gonna see. I never did a haul, but I've been talking about the product so much, it seems kind of redundant to do a haul. And I had gift cards too, so that always helps. This is the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette. I've been wearing this all month long, and I really like it. It's just like I talked about last month. I really like the formula. It's very soft, pigmented, blendable, like easy to use formula. Really nice neutral palette with some really cool pops of colors. I mainly stick to the bottom row here, and then the top quadrant here. I mean this side here. I use this shade a lot too. But I've only been playing with it for a month, so I haven't really even tried. It's got some nice mattes in there as well. I haven't really tried that, but I really like it. And it has that like very light cocoa scent. It actually has cocoa in the formula, cocoa powder, but it doesn't smell like chocolate once it's on your face. It really only smells like chocolate if you're like sitting here, like using the mirror to apply it. But I really, really like that. And I've just been really impressed with Too Faced products lately. Speaking of which, good segue. This is their Milk Chocolate Soleil Light Medium Matte Bronzer. I can't remember when I bought this, but I've had it for a while. And I knew that it would make a really good, when I'm really pale, kind of bronzer, because it's very, very light. Again, it's got that chocolate thing going on. I really don't smell it that much at all after it leaves the pan. But this is the perfect pale as I can be bronzer for me right now. It is just light and natural. It doesn't come off muddy or orange. I have a problem with a lot of my other bronzers, which suit my skin so well any other time of year. Between like January and April, I get very, like that's my palest time because the sun isn't as strong and I'm not out in it as much. So I don't have a natural color that I usually get, even though I wear sunscreen year round. So my normal bronzers that I love are just too dark, or they come off wrong on my paler skin. That one is beautiful. I feel like it sits really nice on the skin and it blends really easily, so it's not like noticeable lines or anything, which is one of my pet peeves with any product, but especially bronzer. For blush, I actually showed a lot of the things I'm showing you. I showed in my 5-minute makeup challenge because it is the makeup I've been wearing this month. So if you missed that video, there'll be a link to it at the end and in a more info box below. But I bought this. This was another product I hauled. It's by Tarte, and it's their special Tartelet Celebrated Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. This is super, super light. I've loved this formula for years now. It's one of my favorite blush formulas. After the Hourglass ones, they're whatever they're called, ambient light blushes. Those are probably my favorite formula. This is my second favorite formula. This is a really nice, again, very, very light. It's giving me a very, very nice light glow. It's very subtle, but I think that's what I like about it. I tend to go for brighter blushes in the warmer months when I have a little more color naturally on my skin. That with the bronzer has been a wonderful duo, and to sum up the trifecta of face products, a luminizer. This is the Bare Minerals Ready Luminizer in the Love Affair. I believe this was a special edition product a couple of years ago. They don't sell it on its own at Ulta or Sephora anymore. They do have it in a duo with another one, but I did find it on beauty.com still for sale. This is a beautiful kind of rosy, goldish shimmer highlighter, and when my skin is really pale and in the winter it's feeling a little flat, I just like to pop a little bit of this on the cheekbones. It gives just the most beautiful glow. It's not like chunky sparkly, it's not really all that noticeable, it just kind of enhances the glow. Those three products together have been my like winter saving grace for my face, for keeping it from looking flat. Lastly, with beauty products, I always have to talk about lip things because you guys know I love lip things. Other things that I hauled earlier in the month. This is the Sheer Liar lipstick by Urban Decay. I love this. This is like pretty much the shade of my lips, maybe just like a tiny bit darker, which is my favorite kind of lip product to wear, which is kind of a weird thing when you think about it. But it is this beautiful rosy pink, kind of a nude mauve pink. It is the creamiest, most luxurious feeling formula. It feels like butter on the lips, and I just love it. But I feel like it really stays without being tacky or dry. It's moisturizing, and I love it. And what I've been pairing with that a lot is this Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector by Clarins. I've been meaning to try this for a long time. I think I'd seen some reviews on it and I've been interested in it. This is just a really interesting little lip gloss with this like sponge applicator, which I wasn't too sure about at first, but now I really like it. It's just a really nice pale milky pink, kind of one of my favorite shades of lip gloss to kind of, you know, bring down your lip color a notch, but also add a little bit of a milky sheen and a little bit of a sheen, you know, a little bit of a gloss. I really like this. I feel like it wears so well. It feels very moisturizing. It can get a little bit thick, so I usually blot just a little bit after applying it, but I have been enjoying it. So that's it for like my personal accessories and beauty stuff. For household goods, this is kind of random. I don't know, is this random? This is like a new category for me to add to my favorites, but I thought it was kind of fun. Sheets. We got new sheets last month. My parents, for Dawn and I, our birthdays are 4 days apart, and for our birthdays we asked for new sheets, and my mom swears by these as being the end-all be-all of sheets, and I was like, well, okay, like that would be a really wonderful present, and we would love them. So they actually bought us two sets. And these are by Charter Club. There's the Damask Solid and the Damask Stripe, and these are 500 thread count, 100% Pima cotton. They are like sleeping on a cloud. It is heavenly soft, and the more I wash them, the softer they get, and my mom has confirmed that. She's been using them for years. She even has like their duvet covers. I know they sell them at Macy's. They're kind of expensive. Actually, they're really expensive, but you can usually, they go on promotion with Macy's every once in a while, and especially if you have a Macy's charge. They are just so nice. They're like thick without being hot, and they're soft without being, you know, like, I don't know what the right word is, but they're soft without being too light. It's like a nice happy medium, and I'm just so happy. We really needed new sheets. We haven't bought sheets in a very long time. I mean, maybe even close to a decade. So it was time for some new sheets, and I just alternate those. I wash our sheets once a week, and I alternate. We have two sets. And I love them. I love them both. Both the Solid and the Stripe are equal in my books so far. So I really like those. Now, for multimedia things. In terms of books, I'm still reading the Game of Thrones. It's not Game of Thrones. That's the TV show. I'm still reading the Song of Ice and Fire. I'm sorry, it's on my Kindle. It's the, I don't know what book it is, because I have to look it up. I have the 4-book set I downloaded for my Kindle, and so now I don't know what the names of the different books are. A Feast for Crows. Okay, so it's the 4th book in the Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. It's the Feast for Crows. I think I'm about halfway through. It's hard to tell because, like I said, I have this 4-set book on Kindle, and it's all lumped together, and while it tells you how far you are within it, I'm like 90% into the 4 books that I bought as a set. So I think I'm about halfway, if not a little bit more, through that book. I just love this series. I love the TV show. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But I really, really love the books, and they're not quite exactly the same. They take some artistic liberty with the show, but it's just so fun to have so many different perspectives. When I first started reading the series, I found it a little bit confusing, but now that I'm really well into it, I find it really easy to follow because I know the characters and I know sort of what's going on. And it just adds so much variety to the story. And I've been told that the 5th book is a continuation of the same period of time from even more perspectives. So I'm excited to read that next. I've been really enjoying that. As for audiobooks, I did manage to finish up the Amy Poehler's book, which was hilarious. It's Yes Please, and it's self-narrated on Audible. I love this. This is so much fun. I listen to this when I'm traveling or I'm knitting. We drove down to St. Louis this past month to visit my brother's family, and Don and I listened to the better part of this book in the car ride, and Dawn enjoyed it too. She's just really, really funny in a very unassuming way, a very personable way for being so successful. And she's not condescending, and she's not crude. She's like funny, you know. She's not like overly crude, but she's got a lot of wisdom to share and a lot of really heartfelt sentiments and things that she presents in a really palatable, light way. So I really enjoyed it, and I would really recommend that. I love audiobooks by comedian female writers, apparently, who narrate their own stories. So I highly recommend Audible if you like listening to a book on tape, if you travel a lot or in the car a lot. I think that's a great thing to do while you're stuck in traffic too. So that's it for those things. Another thing I wanted to mention is Dallas Clayton. I saw him speak at the conference I went to in late January called Altitude Summit, which I did a whole video on. And they just released his keynote, which I will put a link below. You can go listen to it. It is amazing, and in the end he reads a poem he's just written that's hopefully going to become a book someday. But after I saw him, I snatched up a bunch of his books. His first book, the one he's most well known for, is an awesome book, and he has several variations on that now. My favorite book that he has made is the Make Magic Do Good. This is kind of like a collection of short stories, short poems, with his own illustrations in it. These are amazing. They've got really actually very deep messages. So I don't think it has to just be for children. I collect children's books and I love children's books, but I think it's just a really nice book for anybody who wants just a little food for thought. To me, he's kind of like a mix between Dr. Seuss and Shel Silverstein, but definitely his own style, his own vibe, and just really well thought out and really thought-provoking images and stories. So I just think he's amazing and incredible, and I enjoy following his work. In other news for music, I've been really into listening to classical piano, which I tend to do every once in a while. I used to play the piano quite frequently when I was growing up. I was really into it. And then I kind of lost touch with it in my adulthood, and I've been just really wanting to get back into it and really wanting to commit to it again. And I've been actually considering taking lessons again, even though I don't really need to learn again. Just having like a consistent thing that has a discipline to it, so where I have to practice for a lesson. I just think that would help me kind of make it more of a thing that I do on a regular basis, because I want to. I just don't prioritize it. And I could use a fresher upper because I'm pretty rusty. But the album I've really been listening to is by Nodar Gabunya. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's his Beethoven collection. And it's got some songs that I have played that I love, and they're just really reminding me how much I miss playing. And I just find sometimes when there's a lot going on and I'm feeling overwhelmed, listening to really soothing classical music, even if it's not really soothing. Some of these songs are like really, like fierce and in your face music, but it's I find it calming even so. And I find playing the piano calming too. So I hope to really get back into it. I want to make that a priority. It's just, you have to pick and choose what you make time for in your life, and it can be a challenge when there's so many things you want to do or have to do. But anyway, I digress. Lastly, for multimedia things we've been watching, we flew through the first 2 seasons of Downton Abbey. I know some of you will be excited. You were shocked when I mentioned previous videos that we'd never seen it. The first season, I have to be honest, was a little slow for me. I understand it's a British drama and it's a little bit, maybe, I don't want to say it's a little, it's just a little bit of a different pace than American dramas. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just a little different. And it took us a little while to get into, but the second season was phenomenal and we so enjoyed it. My favorite character has got to be Mr. Bates. I think he's incredible and I love the story with him. In particular, but we really enjoyed that. We're taking a little break from it now because we like to kind of break up what we're watching. We also just finished, literally just finished this last week, the Game of Thrones season 4 because we've been waiting for the DVDs to come out just so we can watch them all at once. We never remember to tape them. I don't even know if we get HBO, to be honest, and you can't get them on Netflix, which is sad. When things don't come on Netflix, I get kind of upset. I'm like, why? Why aren't you on Netflix? But that was really enjoyable and really appropriate for me because I'm still, I'm reading the book and I kind of knew the storyline that was going on in the show and could see the differences and how interesting that was. I just think it's a really well done show. If you like that kind of fantastical fiction where, kind of Lord of the Ringsy sorts of fiction, you would really like that show and those books. I highly recommend the books. As for YouTube, I have been spending a lot of time on my elliptical machine this past month. That has been my exercise of choice. It's just been too icy out to run and I've been dealing with some back issues, so I've been having to kind of lay off the running for the past few months, which has been sad, but I hope to get back into it soon as I'm kind of getting back into feeling good again. Anyway, but I love my elliptical when I'm injured because it's a great low impact thing to do where I can still get my heart rate up and get some cardio in, which I just like to do on a mostly daily basis. It just makes me feel better in general. But the nice thing about working out on my elliptical is I can put my iPad right on it. So I've been watching a lot more YouTube than I usually do. And the YouTube I've been watching a lot this month has been Fleur de Vlog. And this is Fleur de Force. She's a beauty guru on YouTube, a British beauty guru. Who I like her main channel videos. I don't watch them with any real regularity. I do watch them from time to time, but I have watched her entire Feb vlog series and really enjoyed it. I find her just really personable and really, even though she has such a different life and it's so, it's not something I can necessarily relate a lot to, I just like the way she shares it. I feel like it's really interesting and she's very kind of humble about it. I mean, she just released a book and she's on this amazing book tour and she flies all over to do conferences and things. She's very, very successful in what she does. And I really been enjoying her vlogs, and I'll link her vlog channel down below for you guys if you would like to see. And then last but not least, of course, I'm gonna talk about food. You guys know I love my food. 2 things, both snacks. I love snacks. My afternoon snack is sort of become a real ritual for me. If I don't eat a snack in the afternoon, I get kind of hangry, which is hungry, angry, a little bit cranky, and really tired. So I've been trying to make it more of a practice to have a 3 o'clock snack. And I usually have a cup of tea and then some food. And this has been my favorite snack lately. This right here, if you're not familiar, is a Sumo citrus. Sumo because it's massive. And I believe it's a hybrid of a Satsuma and a tangerine, or I don't know. I will write what it is because I don't remember, but it is probably the most consistently sweet and juicy citrus, orangey kind of fruit I've ever had. I've been going on 3 or 4 weeks buying these now, and they are consistently amazing and delicious. They are so big and juicy, and the peel is really easy to peel. It's just a really nice kind of afternoon pick-me-up, or anytime pick-me-up. I also like to have a little kind of healthy fat when I have fruit because I just digest it better that way. And I got this in the Pop Sugar and Target special edition must-have box that I did a video on a couple of weeks ago. This is the Simply Balanced Organic Dark Chocolate Trail Mix that you can get at Target. This is Target's brand. I love this. I have, about a serving's worth, which is about a 1/4 cup for my snack. Not every day, but a lot of the days. I like to kind of mix things up a bit. This is so, so good. It has raisins, cashews, seeds, and almonds. Also little bits of dark chocolate. It's really good. And it's got dried coconut shavings in it as well. Having that little taste of dark chocolate is just a really nice accompaniment. And actually I went ahead and ran out and bought another bag of this at Target because I didn't want to run out of it. I loved it so much. Anyway, wow, I feel like I talked forever in this video. This is probably really long. I apologize. I'll try to make these little, I don't know, what do you guys, do you want me to make these shorter? Or do we like them being this long? I just have so many things I like to share and I don't want to break it up into more videos. Again, I just want it to be one video, but I could cut some things. You guys don't want to see some certain kinds of things in these. I'm just curious. Let me know what you guys think. I like sharing long videos. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's it for my February favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you real soon. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Take care. Bye. Come here. Oh, Grumble. Oh, we're having a bit of a rough day. Oh, can you do this? Hi. Winnie wanted to say hi. Winnie cameo. She's so cute. She's like, why do you wake me up for this, Mommy? Just to hold me to look at this weird black thing. What is this camera thing? All I know is that when I look at it right, I get cookies. Yes, okay. Oh. I'm sorry. I torment you because I love you. All right, that's a wrap.